Oh, it really exploded. Wow, okay. Yum. Beautiful brown. All over my instructions. At least it didn't go on the model. Ha. Hello everybody and welcome to another tutorial build progress update on the F-35B. Now if you remember from the last video, I basically built up the exhaust nozzle, the engine section of the aircraft and painted it in the titanium silver that it states on the instructions. And today I'm going to be continuing on building that section of the aircraft up. So we're going to leave this one aside. I will be painting the top, there's no paint in that yet. I will be painting the top section here silver where the fan blades are with a brush. But for the majority, I'm going to try and paint this one up 99% of the colors before we get into weathering on that section, building the rest of the aircraft up, and then taping it all up and spraying it with a rattle can, priming it, spraying it, and going from there. This is the section of the aircraft that needs the most attention. It is brown. It's like a brownie. I've chosen these two here. I've got dark iron and a little bit of brown to go in there. So 2 to 1 drops of this. I'm just going to do it by eye. But it's incredibly dirty from the reference photos that I've seen. And I will quickly show you. I'll leave those. Got this photo here from Google. I'll be doing a tutorial in the next one on some lead wire upgrades. Just a little bit of something in the weapons bays. As you can see, it's pretty accurately depicted in there. I hope that's, I got the focus all. It's nicely represented in there. This is a C here, so as you can see there, and then here. But I'd like to just add a couple more little bits and bobs in there for the actual kit. So yeah, we'll be building that up a little bit in the next video. But as you can see here, the exhaust is white on the inside, which I've already sprayed, which is a primer. And then I'll be doing that brown section with, as you can see on the tip section here, it's a little bit of a different shade. The color photo obviously shows it a little better, but yes, it is a dark iron. I think I'll be using gunmetal. I'll be using gunmetal on the outer section of it. So I'll show you that when we get to it. But for now, I'm just going to mix up the colors that I need. So I'm going to take this off. I won't be using that again. Put it in the bin. I'll get out some of my mini pipettes and a large one for the thinner. Got my airbrush ready to go over here. And this will be brush painted with all the acrylics over there. Add in my thinner. Give this a good shake. Actually give both of them a good shake. I think this one's pretty thin, the red brown. That one's a bit thicker. There we go. Okay. Wash that out in a cup of water. Pretty brown, pretty thin as well. May have to add a little bit more water to that later. Let's get a tissue to put that off. And this one has a pretty coarse pigment at the bottom. So I'm just going to stir it up. It's got all the metallics. They usually like to sit at the bottom. Give that a good stir. Turn down. Perfect. I'm getting a little bit of that metallic sparkle in there, and it's looking like it's at a nice consistency for airbrushing over a few light coats. washing out the pipette in the water by just back and forwards. There we go. Pipette is ready to see another day. Okay, so that's all done. It's all mixed up. Might bump it down a little bit more as it is pretty thin. Just depending. Mixing the pressure to the paint thinness ratio, quite important. Do a bit of a tester on the instructions. There we go. Beautiful. And I'm just going to grab this with my finger and do some light coats. I'm going to zoom in for this just because it's so small. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Just going to let that dry. I'll put this over here. Let that dry just over here, standing up. I've got a little bit of paint left in the cup, so tip it back in. And if I need to do touch-ups or anything later, I will get that cap and put it on there. Now I have a mix, which I can also use for the F-14 later that I'm working on. If I'd like, giving the cup a bit of a wipeout there. Pipette some thinners into the bottom. There we go. That'll reactivate any paint that's dried a little bit. Blow back. Mix it all back up. Into the dumping pot. You can bump your pressure up to make it quicker if you want. Making the funny noise. Another tissue. And one more little run of thinners in the bottom. Still a little bit cloudy. Maybe one more after that. Dump it out. There we go. And that'll do. Simple clean for the airbrush. Beautiful. Quick release. And I'm just going to store that over there. Turn my compressor off as I'm not using it anymore. I'm going to set those colors aside. Now what I'm working on next is I'm just going to use the paint lid just because it's going to be relatively quick. I'm just going to do every color that it requires at once, and I'm going to be using these. I just use my dirty water to wash my brush out when I'm done, and we're going to be painting this up. So zoom in a little bit, and I'm just going to be following the instructions. Wow, he follows instructions. I'm going to be following these instructions around here, starting off with the leads, making sure I got the right colors for those on my phone, double checking the call outs because I'm not using the Tamiya ones, I'm using Green Stuff World, the water based. So I'm going to start, what is X14? X14 is blue. Might not start with blue because I want to be using X14 over here. I might start with the brown leads, which are these two on this section. I've also got brown leads over here. Oh, my fat head was there. X17 there, which is the blue, the dark blue. Got heaps of brown leads on this one, so I'm just going to start off with the brown leads, I think. Let's do that. And what do we got here? Metallic, grey, black, and LP62. Silver, and then brown leads on those little bits there. Ah, yep, okay. Let's make it up as we go, huh? I'm joking. So yes, as I said, I'm going to start with the brown, which is, I'm just going to use the brown we were using before. Ooh, it exploded. my own darn fault. Oh, it really exploded. Wow, okay. Perfect. That's what happens when you bring in paints and tools from home. You end up with dodgy ones. Mmm, yum. Beautiful brown. All over my instructions. At least it didn't go on the model. Ha! Didn't go on the model. It's alright, it'll be covered up with a wash anyway. Give you a bit of oil. Okay. Just using the pot lid. And I'm going to go around and find all of these leads. So on this one it was... Which way am I looking? Yeah. And these ones kind of go from here. There's a little, it's really hard to see, but there's a little demarcation where they kind of stop and they stay silver. So I will paint them actual silver, not just leave them in the titanium gold, even though you could. You'll probably blend in with the wash later, but I will hit them with a bit of the silver when I get to that part, and then they restart just about here. Alright. Where else was the brown? Brown there, brown. All done. That's done for the brown. Hopefully it doesn't explode as I put it back on. Oh, almost did. I heard something. Look into that later. Alright, wash my brush off. Beautiful. This is maybe a little bit too small of a brush. The 00. Oh, this is dry as well, so I'm going to take the masking tape off here. See what we've done. This is the brown I got. And there we go. White on the inside and brown on the outside. And then these little bits here are going to be painted in that gunmetal colour. It's a little bit of a metallic sheen from the dark iron that I put in there. Once that's like weathered and glossed over, it'll be toned down a heap, and your eye will be more drawn to the inside here. So as you can see, it'll look like that. But once we tone everything down, it'll be looking a million times cooler. Okay. Next one, I'm going to go for the blue because there was only a few little blue bits. I'm going to chuck it on here. I knew it. I knew it. If it ever gets stuck, you can use a bit of piano wire. And just force it in there. Clear out all that dried paint. And then it should come out. There you go. And just wipe off the piano wire. Got paint all over my hands. This is going to be beautiful. Finger painted model. Alright. Blue. X17. What was it? Yeah, it was X17. Sea blue or something. X17. Yo! Okay, I'm going to use the gunmetal, and the other side is ready to go. Maybe it was an X3. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly do this yellow lead, and then I'll move on to the gunmetal, and we'll be done. We'll have finished painting up the rear section of this aircraft. There we go. And we'll finish it off with the gunmetal, which will be acting as XF56. And this is the non-airbrush version. If you use the airbrush version, it's not very polite to paint with. but this one is. It's totally fine. Yep. And one more little bit. Alright, and then I just move over to this one again. Beautiful. And there we go. All those have been highlighted, and that is it. I'm just gonna quickly put this semi together, and yeah, looking a lot more detailed than it did before, and it is ready for a wash, a couple of touch-ups, and then yeah, ready to go. There we have it. That has been another episode of building the F-35B by Tamiya. Very, very complex kit with a lot of details, but fits together superbly. I've just finished off painting the nozzle section. There's still a few little bits to go, but most of it will come out in the weathering section. So as you can see, it's all seated in there quite nicely. That will all really tie together with a nice wash in there. And yeah, there you go. Beautiful model. So that's it. Tune in next time for a little bit of scratch building tips with lead wire and old cotton buds, believe it or not. And you'll also get to see the rear section weathered, and then we can move on to closing it up ready for painting the exterior, which will be super exciting. So yeah, until then, have a great day. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and we will see you next time. Thanks guys.